Hello, right. Here we are in an ASP, and here we are in Elite Dangerous 1.4 Beta 2. There's already been an update. I have a funny feeling there's going to be another one fairly soon. Now, I am in Luyton half second 3447. And the reason I'm here because this station has not just one of the new ships, it has all three of them. It's an independent system, but it has the Imperial ships and the Federation ships. On top of that, it looks like Frontier Developments, in their infinite wisdom, have put the three new ships in just two systems, or certainly as far as the Imperial Eagle goes. I went around 32 Imperial systems, the vast majority of which were high-tech systems, and there was no sign of it. So the ship that is unquestionably the weakest ship, that is an Imperial vessel, also at the moment seems to be the most exclusive. So exclusive, in fact, that you can't get it anywhere in the Empire. There's not exactly a huge amount of new content within 1.4 that's in the game proper. The vast majority of it is all this fucking CQC bollocks. And yet, Frontier Developments have decided, I know, we'll put all of the new ships in just two systems. One of those is Shinrata Desra. So if you don't have the permit, you can't go there, which means you can try out the ships in one system, or at least that's what it sure as fuck looks like. Now, it could be that I'm wrong, and I'm fucking hoping I am, because that's taking the piss if that is the case. Anyway, let's get down to the business end. First of all, this fucking repairable bug is still there. So it doesn't just do it to the Anaconda, it does it to every ship you have. Something that I mentioned before was the fact that ship integrity seemed to be going up awfully quick. In fact, it's actually something that I said I wanted quite some time ago. And at long last it seems to have been applied. And that is that now, if there is anything to be, repaired as far as your ship integrity goes, you can do it whenever you like. It doesn't have to go down to 99% or lower. You can do it at every stop if you want to. So I'm okay with that. Right, let's get down to the business end. So you can see here there are 23 ships in this shipyard. I think that means, yeah, it sells everything. So here we have the regular Eagle, and you would imagine that the Imperial Eagle would be next. But no, it's not even the ship after, but it is the ship after that. So here we have the Imperial Eagle. Now as you can see, the image shown is the regular Eagle. And what you can also see is that its top speed and boost speed are better than that of the original Eagle, and its frameshift drive range is a little bit lower, and I mean a little bit. It's about 0.25 unladen, which is fine. You can also see that one of the hard points has been upgraded. Instead of 3 smalls, it's now 2 smalls and a medium. But enough of this bollocks, let's just buy the thing and check it out. So let's part X this ship. and grab ourselves an Imperial Eagle. Now, as you can see from this graphic, when you're changing ship, you do actually get to see a little bit more than just a blank screen. And also what you saw there is that the Imperial Eagle does look a little bit more different than it used to. It now looks like a strange sort of hybrid between the regular Eagle and the Imperial Courier, with the old well, I call them nacelles. I mean, let's face it, that's what they look like, you know, from old Star Trek. And of course the Mitsubishi Evo spoiler on the back. So the medium hardpoint is still in the same place at the top. Now what I used to do was stick a multi-cannon on this one. I think I'll do that again. I don't know if this is going to have the power to... well, actually, I'll tell you what, before I do the weapons, let's sort out the internals. Now your power plant has had an upgrade. In the standard Eagle it's class 2, in this it's a class 3. So you got a bit more power to play around with. Now of course I'm going to A-rate everything. So we'll see what the ship's capabilities are with top rated everything fitted. Something else I forgot to mention, I will be doing all three new ships in the same video. But obviously it will be like 3 different clips all spliced together. So in the description I'll mention or I'll put in the times that the other ships all come along. So you want to skip along to a particular ship, then well, you know where to piss off to. Yeah, I'll give it a fuel scoop. A2 is a bit shit, but I mean this thing only has a 4-ton fuel tank, so you know, no worries. Fuck it, we'll put the cargo rack on there. Right, so with this loadout, which isn't great, but it's about what you would expect with you know, an Eagle. I'm using 10.17 megawatts at the moment, but I haven't sorted out the weapons yet. Small hard points, I'll stick gimbaled pulse lasers on it. I guess yeah, I'll stick to the ever reliable point defense for its 1 utility mount. And here, no, I'm not putting a fragment cannon on it. Well, what will a class 2? A class 2 cannon looks like being no problem, so fuck it, we'll stick one of them on. Class 2 cannon on an Eagle. Interesting. Now, while I'm here, let's try something out. Yeah. So, if you bought a paint job for your Eagle, you can't use it for this. What a surprise. So they're going to try and milk that for what they can. You have to pay for an extra paint job for your Imperial Eagle, even if you bought a paint job for a regular Eagle. And you just know they're going to pull that stunt again with the diamondbacks when it comes to doing paint jobs for those, and of course now the various federal ships. Anyway, let's sort out the fire groups. That took long. Don't need to worry about sorting out power priorities because I'm only using 90%. Right, now this system is a biblical pain in the arse because I've clicked on the wrong thing. Because this is where you come in. Here is the station where I am, 110,000 light seconds away, and if there's nothing happening in this system, and I've a feeling there won't be, then I have to fly off to a new system, which means I will then have a 110,000 light second trip just to get back to this fucking docking station. So not only have Frontier Developments you know, given people who don't have the Founders World permit just one place to try out these ships, but they have put it in one of the most annoyingly awkward places they possibly could. Isn't that good of them? Right, anyway, well, let's see how she goes.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Now, it's been a long time since I've flown in an Eagle in the game. As far as I can remember, the cockpit view is pretty much identical. The engine sound is different, for what it's worth. Right, let's see what his top speed is. So it's certainly got good acceleration. Top speed is 322. Stick it back in the blue and see how its handling is. It is quite manoeuvrable, but then again, a ship this size you would expect it to be. Yep, manoeuvrability is pretty good. Now see, there are checkpoints showing up, which makes me think, okay, there might be conflict zones. If there are, I can guarantee you they're all around here. Still, there is this place, 2,215 away. Let's see if there is a conflict zone around here. Right, off we go. Oops.
Frameshift drive charging.
I pressed the right fucking button.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Well, it looks like the hard points on this thing are in the same place as they are in the regular Eagle. Not all that surprising. It also looks like the radar, or sensors, whatever you want to call them, isn't in the right place. Or if it is, then there's something up with the cabin interior, because it makes it a bit awkward to see. Then again, the sensor on the Anaconda is absolutely in the wrong place. So it could be that it's fucked up in all the ships, which wouldn't exactly be startling revelation. And of course we need to be within 1,000 light seconds before we can see if there are any conflict zones around this planet. It's unlikely, but it's better than going the 100,000 light seconds. Alright, let's take a look. No! Right, well, fuck it. I'm gonna try combat. Let's see if there are any unidentified signal sources that come along on the way back. I am not hyperspacing out of here because that means having to go back to, you know, doing a 110,000 light second trip just to come back here. That's just taking the piss. A lot of things about this beta is taking the piss. Although not as much as one other thing is. I will either come back to that later in this video or do a separate video about it. Now on the last not last video I did on the weak signal source isn't going to have much. The first 1.4 beta video I did, when I was going on about how much I hate the fact that everything you do sets your speed to 0. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck off.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ashby is now disrupting my frame shift. Whoa. Okay. Obviously I can't do that. I've got that this is now out of range. Here he is, right, so I should be able to go
Frameshift
now.
drive
Yeah.
charging.
This ship seems to run a little bit on the warm
3,
side.
2, 1.
Yeah, it's up to
Engage.
65, 68 while engaging Super Cruise. Anyway, as I was saying, in my first video for beta 1.4, where I was talking about how much I hate the fact that your speed is constantly set to 0. I need any kind of signal source except a weak one. So of course that's all it's sending me. I want to, you know, find out what this thing is like in combat. Weak signal sources don't give you fuck all. Fuck it, right, let's go to Olescu Station. See if there's anything that is around there. I will get this point that I'm trying to make out. So, yeah, so first video I did a beta 1.4 and I'm pointing out that I didn't like the fact that your speed is constantly going to 0. Now I had a couple of comments left from people who were saying that this was done for console players. Now, the thought did occur to me that it would be that. But then I had an interesting comment from somebody who is a console player. Oh, you are fucking taking a piss now. It's almost as if it's trying to drive me out of here so that then I have to go through that fucking irritating 110,000 light second trip.
Drive charging.
Fuck off.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So this comment, yes, from a player who does play the game on console, and he hates it as well, the fact that it sets you to 0. This system does it serve any purpose other than to be fucking annoying? So, if you know, a console player is even saying it's annoying and they don't want it, then why is it in there? More to the point, if it is for console players, at fucking last, mind you, this will now be like a Type 9, utterly pointless. But if it is for console players, what the fuck is it doing on the PC version? We're not playing on the consoles. And can Frontier developers, is it that they just can't be bothered to code 2 different versions that feature these extremely subtle differences? You know, the console version stopping every time you engage or disengage your frameshift drive. The PC version doesn't have to do that. Including the time in Beta 1, I've been playing this game for over a year, and it's never done that, and it's never needed to. Right. Well, let's see how the old Imperial Eagle does in combat then. Certainly no problem as far as power usage goes with these beam lasers. Pretty short work of this Cobra. That seems out.
Target destroyed.
Okay, let's try you. Tell you what, this thing ain't fucking bad in combat. Ain't bad at all.
Target destroyed.
That's another Eagle. Yeah, that's the only issue, because the hard points are all on the underside. Now on fire. That's not an issue that's, unique to this ship. There are plenty of others that have that, but this thing fights really well for a small ship. Of course, I'm flying around with my Anaconda settings. These are the best settings, I think, for a small ship. So your attack speed is 133 or thereabouts. You can actually go at 130. Okay, so 135 is your top. Slowest attack speed. Obviously, when I say attack speed, I mean you know, within the blue zone. It's like 90. So you've got a range of 43 there. Okay, somewhere between 43 and 45 anyway, but that's not bad. Well, it seemed to take a while. But that's the Imperial Eagle in combat. And for a light fighter, it's not bad at all. It's extremely manoeuvrable. I'd say it's somewhere between a standard Eagle and a Viper in terms of manoeuvrability, which is, well, let's face it, that's fucking good enough.
4, 3,
and
2,
I'll tell you what,
1,
having a
engage.
Class 2 cannon on a ship this size is yeah, that definitely packs a punch. I mean, this ship is a lot more expensive than the Standard Eagle. The Standard Eagle is about 44,000. This is 112,000, I think. But it is worth the extra credits, and that does of course mean now that the Standard Eagle is utterly superfluous. Now obviously in the game proper you will need some sort of Imperial rank. I don't know what it is. I would imagine it's quite a low one though. It's possible that Frontier Developments have disabled the you know, rank requirements in the beta, but if they haven't, then one thing I can tell you is that if you are post commander with the Federation, that's enough for you to be able to fly any of their ships. In fact, what I should have done was show you the other two in the shipyard. Okay, it's only a brief test flight. So cons, it's quite small, and once you've done, well, not very much really, you will want to move on and be able to move on to bigger and better ships. Pros, I quite like the engine sound, which is hardly, you know, essential. It's extremely manoeuvrable, it's extremely fast, and it does the business in combat. Or at least it does against anything that's Cobra size or smaller. I'd probably be a bit weary about going up against an Anaconda in this, but
request granted.
It's not bad as small ships go. you like flying around in the smaller ships, you could do far worse than this. Typical, right in the front. I hate those fucking ones.
Landing gear deployed.
Ah, looks like the landing lights have stopped. So, typical Frontier developments. An old bug that was supposedly
Docking
dealt
successful.
with is back.
Engines disengaged.
So it is absolutely business as usual when it comes to updates. Why the fuck did I press that? Right, so that's the Imperial Eagle anyway. Not bad for a small ship. Not bad at all. Now, for the first time in I don't know how long, we got some new larger ships, and here's the first one. Federal Assault Ship, which costs 19.8 million. That's the cost when it actually, you know, goes into the game proper. By the way, before somebody says anything in the comment section. Fuck it, let's go ahead and buy it now. So that's how it looks on the old loading screen. Let's be honest, it's an ugly looking thing. Has exactly the same cockpit as the Federal dropship. Let's see how this outfits. Right, so once again we'll max everything out here. Not a fantastic jump range, although that will go up as I replace some of this gunk. Or maybe it won't. Oh, bollocks, I haven't. Alright, A5 shield generator. Well, everything seems to be all class 6s and class 5s, so upgrading it is not going to be that expensive. I don't plan on hyperspacing anywhere actually, so I guess it's not really worth me fitting anything else in here. But your jump range fully laden, well, with this piddly arse amount of cargo space, but then again you're really not going to be buying a ship like this for its cargo capacity, so its unladen jump range is probably more important. 18.38 with everything A fitted, which isn't great, and of course that's now going to go down because I'm going to outfit it. So we have 4 utility mounts, 2 large hard points, 2 medium hard points. Right, let's see how this handles dual class 3 beams. As far as power goes, no problem. The power usage is sky high, or available power. I've still got over 5 megawatts available to me. Right, so this is quite similar to the loadout that I would fit to a Python. The only difference is that there would be a third large cannon when it finally fucking connects. Right, so the old hard point, so it's not showing the right ones. Right, and then for utility mounts, they're all on the underside, so if you're going to, well obviously I will have the old point defense, chaff launcher, and I'm going to slap on a couple of shield boosters. So with that loadout, I still have plenty of power available to me. So in that case, let's see how it handles a decent fuel scoop. So let's slap on a big bastard one. A5 fuel scoop, still no problem. Let's slap on an AE4 shield cell bank. Actually no, I wouldn't use an A4, I'll use a B4, so slap that on. It's still under 24.71 of 25. Okay, let's go with my usual loadout then. I would now have the advanced discovery scanner, detailed surface scanner, oh, I've gone right past it, haven't I? There it is. I mean, 8 tons of cargo is really not worth taking. So let's, I'm now over with the power, but not by much. What would I put? It's a dedicated combat ship, so slap on a whole reinforcement package. So D3. So with this loadout, our jump range is now down to 16.96. Now, usage is showing only 98. Well, that's okay. Let's switch off the cargo hatch, then we should be okay as far as our weapons loadouts goes. Chaff launcher there, shield cell bank, although I would use that. No, I would use my key for that one. Right, well, when we set course to Fairburn, it did okay, so fuck it, let's try that again. Right, so this is the Imperial, I didn't actually look. What ship am I in? Federal assault ship, that's it.
Ship released.
Ah,
Engines
fuck.
engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Sidewinder leaving in a hurry. When he flies that close to me, he better leave in a fucking hurry. Right, well, manoeuvrability for a ship this size seems pretty good. Right, let's see how fast it is. 243. Not bad. Boost speed. Shoots way up over 400, 402. Let's check its manoeuvrability in the blue zone. Manoeuvrability is excellent. this has some potential to be a seriously decent combat vessel. Right, let's see if we can find a unidentified signal source and see how it fares in combat.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Of course, we have no idea if beam lasers are a good choice of weapon for this thing. Strong signal source, I'll have a look at you. This should give it a pretty stern test. Looks like I'm going to overshoot it. Medical transport. No, this is a new one. Bollocks. That means this is just going to be nothing. Unless some enemy ships appear from nowhere, like they do if this was a military convoy. Give it a couple of minutes. Looks like this radar is actually in the right place. Alright, don't look like anything's going to happen there. Out of range. Not really. So we now get the little X's appearing when our target is out of range. Right, let's test it. Oh, don't like the positioning of them.
Warning, temperature critical.
That was accidental, but oh well. Temperature shoots up. They don't seem to last very long, the old beam lasers. Still, let's give it another try. Let's see if we can find another signal source.
4, 3, 2,
That's not a weak
1, engage.
That is so fucking irritating. What are you? Oh, fucking weak signal source, yeah, you fucking weak. Another weak signal source in the area. I don't want fucking weak ones though. They're an unidentified or a strong. Although that last strong was as fucking useless as weak ones usually are. fuck's sake, give us something. What's this? Unidentified at last. If I destroy it, I then have to leave this fucking system.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, let's head back and see if anything interesting comes along on the way back here. It certainly can't be any less interesting than what was around on the way out. Unidentified. Trying to think for its price. I guess the ships that this would be compared to are obviously the Fed dropship and the Imperial Clipper. And the Imperial Clipper is a bit more expensive, it's about 3 million more. But by the time you've got this sort of cash, then an extra 3 million is fuck all. Fuck it, I'm going in
Scan
reverse.
detected.
Who's that scanning me? Here you are. Now you sound like you might be, yeah, here we go. Right.
Target shields offline. Warning, temperature critical.
Jesus Christ. So the temperatures really do shoot up. And making short work of a Sidewinder isn't really, you know, much of a demonstration.
Frameshift charge detected.
Neither is making short work of an Eagle, but nevertheless we are seeing it in combat of sorts. Okay, so at close range it really does, you know, no problems with them. But class 3 beams, not a good weapon to put on this ship. They give off too much heat. As a combat vessel though, although that really didn't show a great deal, I'm convinced this is going to be a seriously good one. The weapons loadout is great. It's the same number of weapons as the Imperial Clipper, and again it's 2 class 3s, 2 class 2s like the Imperial Clipper. Oh, for fuck's sake, the positioning takes a bit of getting used to, but let's face it, so does the Imperial Clipper. The positioning on that is fucking annoying. Salvageable wreckage. I've seen one of these before, but I didn't go to it. Now I'm about to go to this one with no cargo space, which is a bit crap, but this is just to see what it looks like. I think I know what it will look like, but well, we'll have it confirmed, shall we? But I would say this ship is great. As a combat ship. As an all-rounder it has potential. I mean, that class 5 internal compartment will hold a 32 ton fuck it, I want to give it another test, so I'm going to check this unidentified signal source. Maybe there will be something here that's a bit more challenging. Or there might be fuck or nothing. So this is another bug that continues to infest the full game even now. So it's seeing that it's business as usual here as well. So I've now lost that salvageable wreckage thing by coming to an unidentified signal source that has absolutely fuck all in it.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
If there's nothing here, then what was generating the signal? Fucking bullshit. One. So this isn't going to be clips after all, it's all going to be done in one
go. Docking request granted.
Eventually. a bit fine. Okay. So this only needs a medium landing pad. So the same size as a Python or an Asp.
Landing gear deployed.
Or a Type 6 if you really want to compare it to one of them. Get in position.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I've got some bounties to hand in for what it's worth. Right. So we've seen the Imperial Eagle. We've seen the Federal assault ship there. Now the big one, the Federal Gunship, which is 35.8 million. So it's not cheap. Let's see how this one stacks. Doesn't look too unlike a Federal dropship, but it does look like a ship that's built to kill. Once again, exactly the same cockpit as the two other Federal ships. That's disappointing to say the least. This is where it really adds up. This ship has 7 hard points. 2 smalls, 1 large, 4 mediums. So with that firepower combined, it will outgun a third lance, which is a lot more expensive. Alright, let's outfit this and see what we get when it's fully kitted out. A horrible initial frame shift jump range, and upgraded it's not that fantastic either. It's currently 14.36 laden, 14.63 unladen, and I've got a lot more stuff to put on it yet. Class 7 power distributor. This thing is going to be able to keep firing away for fuck knows how long. I think only the Anaconda has a greater power distributor. Yeah, that has a class 8. Right, so I do like to have my shield generator on the top there. So we can have up to a class 6, which of course I will. So there's that. Now with the scanners, I'll fit the proper ones because I want to see the power usage. And so of course the detailed surface scanner. It only leaves me with 2 left. They are a class 6 and a class 5. So this thing could carry over 90 tons of cargo if you just slap 2 cargo bays there. I think a class 6 fuel scoop would be a bit mad. So let's slap on a class 5 fuel scoop. It's still well within the power capabilities of this thing. So let's go mad. Slap on a B6 shield cell bank. That will certainly help with the old shield recharging. Right, now then. That's not a good place for a laser, but they are. Right, so we'll slap on a couple of class 2 beams here. Or will I use beams on this? Yes. I've got an idea. Right, so class 2 beam there, class 2 beam here. I did put class 2 beams on, didn't I? Yes. Would I get away with 4 beam lasers? 4 mediums? Oh, one way to find out. Power usage is certainly going up. Right, so that's fucking 4 class 2 gimbal beam lasers on this fucking thing. Now we will slap on a class 3 cannon. And then a couple of class 1 cannon turrets. That looks alright to me. Right. Now the usual, actually let's have a look at the positioning of the, yeah, right, these are better places for the point defense and chaff launcher. Right, I've already gone over the power, which isn't that surprising given that I've got 4 beam lasers on this thing, so I'm going to leave it at that. Oops. Now, I did take off cargo, so let's again disable cargo hatch. What am I doing? Right, so right, that's this beauty kitted out. Let's see how this thing handles. Again, it's only using a medium pad, so all of these new ships will be able to land at outposts.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Acceleration, it looks pretty good. Speed is not good. That's slower than an Anaconda with everything on A's. It's a lot slower than an Anaconda with everything on A's. This has 4 pips in engines. I did upgrade everything, didn't I, to A rated. Yep. 187. So it's very slow. Boost. boost is fine. Takes it up to 305, so boost makes a hell of a difference. Right, let's see if we can find any try with the old manoeuvrability test. But it may be slower than an anaconda. It is more manoeuvrable than an anaconda, but then it fucking well should be. Fantastic, so although it outguns the further lance, it certainly doesn't move like one. Right, let's
Frameshift drive charging.
See what
4,
we can find.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Is there just that? Fucking weak signal source. Can't test anything out of those. But I can at that. That is, of course, assuming that there will actually be something there this time. Second time now. Well, let's over here.
Warning, temperature critical.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so they certainly fire for a decent amount of time, but the temperature shoots up. It was at 93 before when they stopped firing. So we're down to 31. Let's try it again. See, the temperature is skyrocketing. 93, 96. So once you've exhausted your bees, you've really got to then stop firing them and let them cool down. But cooling them down to just 40, which is what the temperature was at when I was able to fire the beams again, or rather when the beams were fully recharged. If I did that, they are probably going to cause heat damage. Aha. What do we have here? A walker. I doubt you are going to be wanted. So an orca is now the wedding barge, it's no longer a Type 9. The other ships are out of range. Let's get them in range. After all that, there was fuck all here. Right, back to Dalton Gateway then, and hope that we encounter a unidentified signal source that actually has something in it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I have a feeling this ship's going to run a bit too hot for me to be able to do that. Let's try now.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Ah, now, oh, hang on, what's this? Unidentified. Try you. Now, I knew there was something I forgot. The cunting brown noses. During the beta when I was, that was about the last time I actually went to the forums regularly. There are often a lot of people who were saying that you know, the ship that they're in after leaving hyperspace then engages supercruise and flies so close to the sun that they get damaged or they're destroyed. And the brown noses would always jump on their back by saying, well, the game's called Elite Dangerous. You know, flying through space is dangerous and you know, you're gonna take risks and bloody fucking blah. Well, bearing in mind that those are now the same brown noses who are going to be constantly saying that this new version is fantastic. But now, that danger of, you know, accidentally flying into the sun because
Frameshift drive charging.
Because you know, you can't control your ship's speed or something when you leave hyperspace. That's no longer an issue.
Drive charging.
The game is now effectively,
4,
you know,
3,
holding your hand and making
1,
it as safe and
engage.
everything as possible. All these things that the brown noses said the game wasn't. They all used to say, oh, the game's not going to take you by the hand and lead you through, you know. It's called Elite Dangerous because it's dangerous out there, and, you know, if you can't handle it, then, you know, you shouldn't be playing it. Well, that element of danger is gone. And the game now is taking you by the hand. So what are the brown noses going to say about that? You can bet your fucking arse they will. They'll be there, you know, singing its praises and saying it's all fucking wonderful, even though the game is now doing exactly what they said it wasn't doing, which was one of the things that made the game great. Well, it's not doing that anymore. Now it is taking you by the hand and being all safe and nice when you engage super cruise, because your speed is always at fucking 0, so you can't actually, you know, fly anywhere, so there's no risk of colliding with anything. So the danger's gone. But they'll still say it's fucking brilliant and it's, you know, and all that. But I can guarantee you that all they will do when they come to see this video, because believe me, even though I've made it very clear that, you know, I'm going to criticise the game and it fucks them off, and the fact that it fucks them off just spurs me on to do it even more. Fuck all happening. Let's fly back there and see if we can get another one. Another unidentified signal source. Anyway, yes, they'll be watching, but all they'll do is click on the thumbs down, because they still seem to think that I give a monkey's toss about, you know, whether I get likes or dislikes on my videos. I've only said it about, like, you know, half a dozen times that I don't give a fucking shit. But they'll still do it anyway, largely because they now don't comment on them, which is, well, they certainly haven't since I started calling them out, which isn't exactly something new. I've been doing it quite a bit, but yeah, I'll, you know, in that particular video, which where I called out those 4, I did stress I will be doing this a lot, and for some funny reason they now don't comment. So they are now even more determined to do it anonymously, which means they've now resorted to doing it in the most pathetic way possible. One day I am going to go out there and I am going to fucking smash one of those fucking motorcyclists over the head as they cycle past. Half the time they're not wearing crash helmets, so, you know, they'll certainly feel it. Anyway, let's see if we can actually get something in here and actually try out this ship in combat. Right, what have we got here? Type 6. Who is clean. An Eagle who looks like he's running away. And that looks like that's why he's running away. Ah, he's seen me, he's turning around. Okay, let's see how we deal with these fuckers.
Scan detected.
Here we go.
Target shields offline.
That made fucking short work of him.
Target destroyed.
So they certainly work in terms of doing damage to the ship in no time. The trouble is they have to, yeah, but then my temperature's critical. He's down, but yeah, the temperatures just shoot up. One advantage, of course, in trying testing this weapons loadout is that I could try something like this with my Anaconda. Those 4 gimbal beam lasers will certainly do the business, and of course my Anaconda would probably be able to take the heat a lot better than this ship. So, well, not exactly the most, you know, revealing of combat demonstrations. Nevertheless, it's a combat demonstration. Obviously, to really demonstrate these ships, I would have to take them into a conflict zone or a resource extraction site. And of course, there aren't any around here unless I go 110,000 light seconds away. And frankly, I can't be fucking bothered. I don't think Frontier Developments could have chosen a more fucking annoying, irritating system to, you know, to make the one system that people who don't have the Founders World permit can go to try these ships out. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so the conclusions with regards to the new ships is that they've all got something going for them. This one, okay, it's a slow bastard thing, but fucking hell, it packs a punch. And it's got decent protection, a class 6 shield, and even with 4 beam lasers you can also have a class 6 shield cell bank to back it up. So this thing's got attack and defense well and truly sorted. But what's that heat? You definitely, well, if you're going to use this weapons loadout, you definitely want to take heat sinks with you. Fuck it, let's look at you. Now, because I've now tried out all 3 new ships, I don't think I'm going to be bothering with 1.4 beta anymore. So again, nothing here. So does that mean I've got to wait fucking ages for some ships to actually show up again? Anyway, as I was saying, no, I don't think I'm going to be bothering with the beta at 1.4 anymore, because I've seen what I want to see, which is the 3 new ships. Nothing else interests me. However, just because I have absolutely zero interest in CQC, if there is the demand for it, if you really must see it being done by me, then I will do it, but only if there is the demand there. I have seen a couple of videos of it. I was deliberately exaggerating when I, would describe it as, Elite Dangerous meets Unreal Tournament. Now that I've seen these 2 videos, I was like, you are fucking taking the piss. Because it turns out I'm not exaggerating at all. It is Elite Dangerous meets Unreal Tournament. There is no 2 ways about it. And on the forums they were even saying, people were saying, what's the fucking point of having your CQC rating on the on your stats page here? And there was a big sort of argument about it, because as always all of the fucking brown nosers were standing up for it again. Nothing's coming here, so.
Frameshift drive charging.
And they were saying that CQC is like
2, 1.
the sports of this sort of era, this age. Yeah, okay. That doesn't explain why it has to have your fucking status, showing here all the time. So what? One of your most important pilot statuses now is how good you are at playing a fucking sport. Why not go all the way and have what fucking football team you support constantly showing on your stats page as well? It's no more or less ridiculous. So, but that again just showed why I don't bother with the forums, because
Docking request granted.
they are a fucking waste of time now. I know there are some people who say, oh, it's great entertainment watching, you know, reading the endless bullshit stream that spews out of the brown noses and out of the developers. But I just can't be doing with it. It just makes my blood boil that these fucking cunts deliberately turn a blind eye to all the fuck-ups that there are in the game and say that it's fucking great, no matter what.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
There you go. So, did I? Yeah, I did blow up a coal. Right. I don't know why I even bothered handing them in. It's not like I'm gonna be coming back here again. Anyway, there you go. So, to recap then, the Imperial Eagle, great for its size. It renders the original Eagle utterly superfluous unless you have no intention of ever getting an Imperial rank, in which case you're not going to be able to get this. But I would imagine surely just a couple of ranks within the Imperial Navy will be enough for this pissant little thing. But yeah, despite its size, it's pretty good, and the fact that you can fit something like a Class 2 cannon on it means that it don't half pack a fucking hefty punch for its size. So yeah, that's not bad. Next, the Federal Assault Ship. Again, not a bad ship at all, although, as I think I proved quite conclusively, fitting Class 3 beam lasers on it isn't a great idea. So if you choose a much more suitable weapons loadout, then this thing can, well, be quite the surprise. Okay, it's not going to be a ship I will use for two reasons. Firstly, it's a Federation ship. Secondly, I've got an Anaconda, so I'm not that fussed about it. This ship's come along far too late, as all the other ships are. But it's not a bad ship by any stretch of the imagination. It is pretty good. Finally, the Federal Gunship. This thing packs an enormous punch. I mean, it will outgun a further lance. I would imagine it could probably outgun a Python, or at least certainly go toe to toe with a Python without any trouble. It's got some hefty armour, hefty shields, and it can carry a hefty shield cell bank as backup. So yeah, you're laughing. Heat sinks look like they are pretty much essential for this thing, especially if you decide, you know, that a 4 Class 2 beam laser loadout is a good idea. But it has its drawbacks. It's very slow. It's slower than an Anaconda. So, I mean, as it is a gunship, I guess that's to be expected, because of course, being a gunship, it's probably expected to strafe across the surface of planets and attack grounded targets. So it's not going to need to go fast, because otherwise it's just going to be constantly flying past whatever it is it's meant to be firing at. So come horizons, if you're on a planet and one of these fuckers comes along, you better get the fuck out of wherever you are. Yeah, this is certainly a decent ship as well. All three, and I'm quite surprised by this. I did not think I would be saying this at all, but all three ships do seem pretty good. So there you go. Lucosa paid a compliment to Elite Dangerous. Some people say that's never happens. Yeah. But I'm sure the balance will be restored sooner rather than later, and something else that Elite Dangerous or Frontier Developments have done will bring back the usual routine. In fact, there is no doubt about it. In the next video I do, I will certainly be addressing something that Frontier Developments have done that just redefines taking the fucking piss. But that's for next time. So there you go, all three ships tested and all three ships passing with flying colours. Pleasant surprise. So that brings this video to an end. Now go away.